What's up, YouTube fam? Back at the shop, garage, whatever, working on the Kx250f. And today, guys, I got the cylinder head that we've been waiting for. So let's get going. Alright guys, like I said, just got that brand new cylinder head all fixed up, or like new, rebuilt, whatever you want to call it, by Mid-State Cylinder Head. And as you guys can see, he did a lot of good work to this thing. Cut the deck, made it true, and put our new hot cam valves in, our new hot cam springs and seats, everything. It's all brand new, ready to go. So I first have to set the gap on our new valves, which should surely be different than the ones that were in there. And then we're just putting this thing on and hopefully getting this thing fired tonight is the goal. And I'm really excited to get this going. Really pumped. So this part I actually like to do while the head is still in my hands and just get it set by essentially bench testing it to what size I need to find. It blows me away how big the Kawasaki shims are. They're really chunky, thick things. So I'm going to put in the ones that were in it first to see how far off I am. And of course I had all my, valve tappets, these things are called, or buckets. I had these all separated, so I know exactly which one they go to. I want to make sure that your shim is all the way down, fits flat. And Robert, can you hand me a little bit of the black grease? It's to the right, the Yamalube, that stuff. We're going to be using molybdenum disulfide grease for all the threads on this thing, and I'm also going to put just a little bit on the buckets, just so they don't bite inside the little channels or cylinders that they fit down in. But we're going to put this all together just like this and see how far off we need to put. My guess is going to be, because he had to cut the seats, so that makes the valves longer, we're going to need shorter shims is my guess. But exactly how short, we'll find out. So I just like to do all this here because it requires you to do it while the engine's cold anyway. And torquing down the engine, or excuse me, torquing down the head doesn't change it that much. So I'm not worried about our values or numbers changing that significantly. I will double check it after I get it in which I should be only one shim size away and not like a huge amount like in here. So I'm gonna get this all figured out and I'll see you guys when we are ready to start putting this head in. Alright, so intakes are 10 to 15, exhausts are 17 to 22. So let's see how far it is off. There's my 10, or 0.004. Very tight. That one's perfect at 10. And then these are 17 to 22. I go straight to 17. Oh, I have 16 or 18. I think I'll try the 18. That one clears. That one clears. So our shims actually aren't far off, and I'm guessing that's because the old valves were tightening up because of how valves wear, they tighten up. Now I put in valves with correct seats with the right seat grind, so I only got one that needs to be changed out. So now I need to figure out exactly how much we need to go. So I will go down until we have a size that fits. So I'm going to try that's a 20. Don't want a 20. I want to try 0.8 millimeter. Or 0.08, shall I say. There's 7. There we go, there's 0.08. .08. See if this will fit. Oh, this baby's tight. I can't even get an 8 under there. 8's pretty flimsy, so this one might be riding tight. I mean, like up against the bucket, no gap is what I mean by that. So we'll try a 6. See if my theory's correct. 6 is even more flimsy. Yep, can't get a 6. And anything skinnier than this, it's really difficult to fit in between the two because they get too flimsy. There's 4. I'm like scared I'm gonna tear these things. Yeah, I think this one is tight up against the valve tappet. No worries, all the other 3 are in spec. So all I need to do is go to a shorter shim on that one. I'm probably gonna go 2 shim sizes, and we'll try that first. Gotta watch these keepers, guys. That's one of the reasons I like to do it off the bike, because these easily drop down the timing chain hole, and then you're taking your flywheel cover off and probably your flywheel to get to it. You have that magnet? You found one.
I found a big one. But
yeah, that'll work perfect.
Oh, okay.
That'll work perfect. Alright, so we just need to mic this size out and then go to 2 sizes smaller, which I think will be a good one. Well, we'll try it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna shoot a little small. So we're going 300 to 280, which is a big step down because there's actually, from 300, there's 295, 290, 285, and then 280. So this is quite a big jump down. I want to see how far we are off. Because it's still possible that the valve was so tight that when I tightened down the cam, it pushed the bucket down just barely. So we will check this out. Should be really close. And if it gets me to a 15, because I'm allowed 10 to 15, then I'll definitely run a 15. Just have a little bit more tolerance in it than some of the others. Not a big deal. I'll line up these keys. You can kind of see where they laid before. Put it on our cam cap cover. Snaps in like that. There is a spark plug gasket that goes in between these two. I'm not putting that in yet because I still have to pull the valves, or the cams out one more time to put the timing chain on. So I'm not stressing that. That chrome bolt goes there. And all the others are dark brown. This one is a different bolt, I'm assuming, because it probably got stripped out at one point, and so someone chased the threads and went with a little bit longer of a bolt because it fits perfect. And don't worry, guys, I'm just using the battery here to get them threaded. I'm not tightening them with this. And I recommend you do not also, because you can over tighten these, and these are very delicate. Very delicate. So I am torquing it to around 10 foot-pounds just by hand feel here. We don't have to be 100% accurate for just checking gaps. Where you really need to be accurate with the torque on these is when it gets hot, things move, and you're trying to also make oil pressure. You need to have a good closed system, but because we're not running the engine right now, just cinching these up to what I feel like is 10 foot-pounds is ample enough for setting our gap. All my good tools are on the race rig right now, which is on its way to Oakland. So bear with me, some of these tools are a little out of the norm for me. I'm just aligning the timing marks. We'll go straight to a 15, which is a 0.06, I think. Yes. 0.006 or a 0.15, and that fits just perfect, guys. A little bit of drag. That might even be a 14, but either way, that is in spec. I'm happy with that. So we only had to dial in one valve. I'm just gonna go one more time. Check. This was a 10, but wasn't a tight 10. This was yeah, it's a loose 10, which is fine. And then what did I say on the other ones? 15 to 17 or something like that, or 17 to 22. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go. We did 18 last time because I don't have a 17. Yep, 18. 18. She's good to bolt on. Go for launch. Go for head installation. Boom. She's gonna be running tonight. Okay, so first we are gonna tighten to 18 foot-pounds and then to 36. So I'm gonna go up to 18 foot-pounds, and you want to do this all in a crisscross pattern, and then go to 36 in a crisscross pattern. And I almost forgot, the head bolts require molybdenum disulfide grease. This one's by Yamaha. It doesn't matter what brand. Grease is grease. So you put molybdenum disulfide grease on the threads, and then you also want to put them on the washers. And put those in. These all, I believe, are the same length. I'm going by the ones that have a little bit dirtier of a head bolt go outside, and the cleaner ones go inside. That's probably the way they were. So I'm gonna move that inside. All right, first stop, 18 foot-pounds. Still set. Here's 18. Crisscross pattern. Okay, there's 18. Now we go 36. Right there. Same pattern. That is a torqued head. Alright, with the head torque, now we can put in our cams. And first, I have to make sure the crank is at top dead center first. Hang on. Alright guys, got it figured out. So now, you put on the spark plug O-ring. That's so oil doesn't drop down the spark plug hole. And then put on our cam cap retainer or cam retainer clips. There we go. Boom. Now we'll torque these. I still got to put in the spark plug, put in the timing chain tensioner, then we can start putting on all the induction things. So now we're putting on the whole induction system, which is going to take a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and put this thing on time lapse and get all the induction system on, routing all the wires. I'll probably get the radiators on, probably a good step, and then we'll get the airbox on last. So still coming along just swimmingly. Everything's going together beautifully, so let's go. Okay, YouTube fam, so all we got left to do is gas, oil, coolant, and Kickstarter, exhaust, and then bars so we can have a throttle and a kill switch and all that good stuff to start it. So we're right there. That was the longest time lapse ever, but luckily for time lapse it makes it seem really, really quick, so that's cool. All right guys, so I got the bike down to where we can start it. I got oil in it, gas in it, coolant, no leaks so far. Fingers crossed. I did spill a little bit of overspilt the coolant a little bit, but that's not a big deal. So you guys are going to be here for the first fire. We're going to start this thing up, and ideally we want this thing to idle, fast idle for about a minute. Let the engine get hot. I'll feel the head. Let those rings seat. Unless I hear something obviously wrong or something that's not going right, a sound that's not normal, then I'll turn it off. But I think it'll be fine. So we're going to go for the first start now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. 10 kicks, holding in the kill switch. That's going to allow the engine to prime the oil pump before I go ahead and go to start it. And a lot of stuff's going to shake around on the table, but that's all right.
I'll take care of that.
Oh. Holding in the kill switch. Alright, I got juice up here to the ECU button. Let's go. Alright, now I feel fuel in there. yet. Still warming up. Seems like old gas. That's at temperature there, guys. So that's first heat cycle of 5. So I'm gonna do 4 more, just same thing, but now I gotta let it run till it's cool to the touch, room temperature, and then do that 4 more times. Then we are ready to get this thing out riding. So we still got a lot of parts coming. This bike is far from over just because it's running. Thank you so much to Wrench Rabbit. You guys have been with me for years. You guys provide some of the best parts on the planet, especially for the everyday mechanic, the everyday dad or college guy or whatever demographic you're falling into. The Vertex pistons are just phenomenal. Hot cams, and then the hot cams valves. I mean, hot rods crank, all the brand new bearings in the bottom end. This thing was completely top to bottom clean. You guys know the whole story. I don't have to walk you through it all again. But she is finally running, and now we just wait for the finishing touches that are going to really make this bike stand out. I wish I had a better camera that you guys can tell in person just how nice it is. But I'll get some swing around shots after we get it to cool down. We'll do 1 more heat cycle, and then I'm going to call it a night. But get pumped, guys. I love that. Another time, still sounding running great, so all systems are check. I just put on this fresh Moto tape. Thanks Monty from Moto Tape, Mike Montella. It's a bomb. If you guys don't know about Moto Tape, you definitely gotta check them out. Stuff's amazing, and you can really feel the frame grip on your boots. Makes it feel like you're glued to the bike. It's really sick, but it's coming out so good, guys, and it runs amazing. There you guys have it. It's finally running. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited to have it running finally after so long keeping the secret project bike from you guys, and then the mystery project revealed. That was like literally weeks ago, and it's already back and running. I'm so excited, guys. Thank you all, seriously, for hanging in and watching this. Like I said, it's far from done. This series is not complete. We still have a lot to do. It is running. That's fantastic. But now we got a lot of beautiful stuff coming. And you guys are going to love what we did to this thing. So anyways, thank you so much, guys. Drop a like if you really enjoyed what you saw tonight. I ain't got anything else to say other than I love every single one of you guys. I will talk to you guys this weekend at Oakland Supercross with Tyler Anticknap. See you there, guys. Peace out.